Did you know that most sellers are actually losing money right now and they have no clue? You see, the problem is that they're setting their min and max prices entirely wrong. Either they're pricing too low and killing their margins, or they're pricing too high and never getting any sales. So today I'm actually going to show you how to set your min and max prices the right way so you protect your profits and maximize your sales. So first thing, why do I need a min and max price, period? Why do they matter? Why should I care? Well, think of your min price as your bodyguard. It's there to protect you from the worst case scenario, which is actually losing money on a sale. Your minimum price is the lowest you're willing to go, factoring in, of course, things like your purchase costs, Amazon fees, shipping, and whatever profit margin you need to make. So it's your safety net. Without a solid min price, you can get caught in a race to the bottom. You know what I'm talking about, right? When everybody starts lowering their prices and nobody's making money. Yeah, very fun. Now your max price, this is the unsung hero that most sellers ignore. You see, your max price lets you capture more profit when the demand is high or when competition disappears. Now, if you set it too low, you're literally leaving money on the table. Set it too high and you're pricing yourself entirely out of the market. So it is a balance. And most sellers get it completely wrong. And we'll talk about how to do this right in a moment. Now, you might be thinking, great, I understand the importance of a min and a max price, Dylan. How hard could it be? I set those manually. Well, you might be falling into a very common trap that most sellers find themselves in. Now, there's 4 problems with manually setting both your min and your max prices. So let's dive into each one. Problem number 1 is your time. You see, setting prices manually might work when you have 10 SKUs, but what about 200? What about 2,000? Suddenly, you find yourself spending all your time adjusting prices instead of actually growing your business. So is it really a high value task for your time? Problem number 2 is human error. You see, one misplaced decimal, just one, and you could be selling products at a loss without even realizing it. And yes, I've seen it happen, and yes, it is very, very painful. Problem 3 is that the market doesn't wait for you. You see, Amazon's marketplace is dynamic. Prices change constantly. Your competitors are adjusting, demand is shifting. What made sense yesterday may be completely wrong today. And here's the thing about max prices specifically. You know how during Q4, prices can sometimes double, triple, quadruple? Well, if you're manually setting max prices, you're missing out on those opportunities, or you're spending all of your time during those days reacting to the market when software could have been doing this for you. And the 4th problem is inventory age. You see, this is something that a lot of sellers rarely think about. Your min price shouldn't stay the same forever. Think about it. If you've got inventory that's been sitting in FBA for 30 days, you might be fine holding for your usual 30% ROI, but what about at day 90? What about at day 180? At some point, you are paying storage fees. You're tying up your capital, and that inventory is actually becoming a liability. So your min price should actually get lower as inventory ages. You need to move that old stock before it starts eating into your profits. But manually tracking inventory age across hundreds of SKUs and adjusting prices accordingly, yeah, that's a full-time job and nobody's doing it. Basically, you're flying blind. Here's where things get interesting. Let's talk about automating your min and max prices with a repricer like Aura. For automating min prices, here's basically how it works. You input your costs, or we pull them from one of our integration partners. We pull in fees, everything that we need to run the calculation. Then you set your profit goals within the strategy. So whether that's an ROI, a profit margin percentage, or a fixed dollar amount, it doesn't matter. The software calculates your min price based on all these variables. And here's the key thing. It updates automatically when things change. So if Amazon raises their fees tomorrow, your min price adjusts. If your costs change tomorrow, your min prices adjust. So you're always protected. But here's where it gets really smart. Remember that inventory age problem we talked about? Well, with Aura, you can create different repricing strategies with different min price settings. So you might have one strategy targeting 30% minimum ROI for inventory that's less than 30 days old. Maybe another strategy with a 20% ROI for inventory between 31 and 60 days of age of inventory. And you might have another one at 0% break-even ROI, otherwise known as a liquidation strategy, for anything over 60 or 90 days. And here's the magic. You can set up an automated workflow that switches your listings between these strategies based on the actual age of inventory. So as your inventory starts aging, Aura automatically moves it to a more aggressive strategy with a lower minimum price. So you design the system once, Aura runs it for you 24/7. And you're not manually checking inventory reports and adjusting prices anymore. The system handles it. Old inventory gets priced to move before it becomes a problem. Now for max prices, this is where it gets really powerful. You see, a good repricer should be using something like AI and algorithms to actually dynamically calculate your max price, because a max price has a lot to do with the market and what's happening in real time. So when demand spikes, like during Q4, your price should be able to flex upward automatically to capture that extra profit. When competition heats up, it should be able to adjust down to make sure you're staying in the game. You're not leaving money on the table and you're not pricing yourself out of the market. The AI is actually finding that sweet spot for you. Now, I know some sellers have concerns about letting software control their prices, so let's address a few of the big ones. First one, what if it sets my price too low? Well, that's exactly what your min price is for. You set the floor. The tool will never go below it. You're in control of that boundary. Number two, can I still override it when I need to? Absolutely. Automation doesn't mean giving up control. You can set rules, make exceptions, and override prices whenever you want. It's about finding the right balance for you as the seller. Is it worth the cost? Well, think about the time you'll save. Think about the pricing mistakes you'll avoid. Think about the profit you're currently leaving on the table with manually set max prices. For most sellers, the ROI is pretty substantial. So let's recap. Your min price is your profit shield. It protects you from ever selling at a loss. And it should get more aggressive and lower as your inventory ages. Your max price is your profit booster. It lets you capture more when the market allows it. Now, setting these manually, it's a time sink. It's error prone, you can't adapt to inventory age, and you're going to miss opportunities. But automating them, you save time. You eliminate mistakes, your prices adapt automatically as inventory ages, and AI optimizes everything 24/7. If you want to try this for yourself, I'll drop a link to Aura in the description. You can start a free trial and see how it works for your business. And hey, if this was helpful, hit that subscribe button. I'm putting out a lot more content on Amazon repricing strategies and buy box tactics over the coming months to help you grow a profitable Amazon business.